together while we still have our elders, because at one time, elders was a whole bunch of them.
Okay.
And there was a lot of young people. Now it's reversed the other way. We've got small groups of elders now, they're almost all gone, and they're a big group of young people. And all the things that are in there. We have to change that dynamics.
Okay. What kind of support for our departments and managers can we see throughout your tenure? Is there a specific department that you are particularly passionate about and would like to see some improvement from?
Well, for one thing that I know here is this is why the traditional knowledge services was put together. This same building where we're at. This building, it was supposed to mandate for this building, it says it on that wall, to preserve who we are. What was supposed to be set here at this building, the traditional knowledge services, was to bring all the information here, have the people here organized that are culture experts and teachers, that they develop the system for our community. Everything that has to do with the language, that has to do with our social departments, and how everything is structured through our own culture, and implement all those things. But nobody wants that. I don't know why. We're Piikani people and we're saying we're Piikani. How come we can't go back to use our system to set up everything, especially for who we are? Why do we always have to say, no, our Indian affairs this, the provincial government this? And have they any done good for us? No. So like I say, all these departments that work out there, there's a lot of things that happen, and that's what really gets the people upset. Because all these reserve, at one time we were all collectively together, what they call akukatsin. Akukatsin is when we all gathered as people within the teepees. And I always try to explain this thing. All those teepees that are around in that circle, and the teepees that are inside, and the painted teepees. If you look at a university, in a university they have all those different places where you get taught about different things in the university. That's a template. We have that same template of ours. We just have to take that. If you took our template and put it over a university, well, we have all the same teachers that are all there that teach us the same thing, and that's how we basically survive. So that type of system is to say we work together collectively, no matter how harsh our way of life was, we survived. Because we had people that led us in the way, what they call animochio. The people that were in leadership at the time, they were highly respected because each one of them had a military background that they went to. They had to prove to themselves to become a warrior, to be a leader, to be a chief, to be whatever. And not only that, on the side of it, the ceremonial people don't give advice. They pray for you. So whatever your mandate is going to be, well, they'll pray for it so it'll to happen. They pray for when they say, "Akhtanishi," so that means it'll happen. So, but today, you know, with the departments of what we're faced with, we're all on silos. We're completely divided. The mandate of the government, what they wanted to do, was to divide and conquer. So now what has happened, we follow that same system because we're all so dedicated to that Indian Act. Everything that we're doing. So now we follow that system, now we have silos all the departments are all in silos. Sadly to say that, when one of the departments are hosting something, whatever they're hosting, it might be an awareness program, or it might be a program, whatever they're hosting. Well, it should be all the departments, no matter what it is, they should be contributing into the cause because it's for the benefit of the Piikani nation. But no, it's like, no, this is my silo. And I pick and choose who's going to come into this silo. So that trust has been broken amongst us.
10 seconds.
That trust. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to dissolve those silos And we've got to be more fair in our hiring practices. We can't continue to be hiring our own families because there's other young people that are well educated that can sit in those departments and just as do a good job as anybody else. So we've got to tear
Your
down
time's
those
up
walls.
on this question. It's okay. I'm gonna give one more, hey?
Oh, just one more. I wanted to grab 5 more.
13. I was counting.
All right. Oh. Okay. Are you willing to look at the election code and update it from its current format?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, here we go again. You know, that election code that we bought, again, it's, why do we keep following a not be consistent? Why do we keep following the white man's rule book? And I keep saying our own ways, we have our own, just to let you know. We have our own election system in our Piikani Blackfoot culture, but nobody wants to explore it. Nobody wants to, it's right in front of us, nobody wants to take it off the shelf and shake it out and say, well, you know what, this election code, well, of course there's good things about it. We have to think modern too. We have to make that change too, but we've got to bridge those gaps and give ourselves a chance to have some say into this election code so things will be done more fairly. It'll string down all these other things that are causing all these other problems that we're facing with. So not only that, with technology now, these things that I've kind of heard one of the candidates talk about, that, you know, technology. You know, those kind of things have to change too. So there's a lot of homework that needs to be done. We have to take that and revisit it again with hopefully the new leadership that's going to get in. I hope they turn around and revisit some of those serious things. Because I say, if we're going to do election code, we've got to go back to who we are. Because we're not people to follow that. We're not white people to follow that. It works in their world, but it sure doesn't work in our world. And that's why I say we've got to go back to who we are, and we've got to quit thinking like them. We've got to start thinking about about who we are. If we're going to protect those younger children, we don't want to take the same system and continue to teach our younger generation to do things. What's going to happen? It'll just get worse and worse and worse by the time we get to the other end. So I think it has to be revisited again, and we have to take our ways and implement it in that system, so at least it helps to voice who we are. Because now it's one-sided. Everything that we do today is one-sided. Where are we? We don't have nothing. But when it's time for us to get upset with each other, we get upset with each other. We've got to quit that. We've got to learn to start to be humble and be nice to each other, regardless. So now with this election that's coming out now, you could just feel the negativity. Whereas before election, still people waved at each other, still shook hands with each other, still said hello to each other. But today, people still drive down the road, don't even look at you, even though they know you. We can't do that anymore. We're all living here in this community. And now Piikani can live someplace, he can just pack up his bags, and he'll move on to the next part of the world and start his life all over again. Here, we have to stay here. A lot of us, it's from day one, and we're still here. So we have to change all those things. We have to give a chance to hear one another out. Especially our elders are very limited now. And what the old people would say, listen to your elders. They live longer than you. They experienced life. They have a lot to offer. But no, young people that, no, I know more than you. Get out of the way, old people. I'm in charge today. No, that's the white man way. You gotta come back to say, well, I got good education. I have all this knowledge. Here, tobacco, give to the elder. Here, give me the strength to make things happen for the community.
1 minute
Keep the
left.
bodies to do great things in life. So those kind of things, we have to go back to who we are. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the modern day education, but don't misinterpret what I'm saying. We need it too. But like I say, we have to put ourselves first. We have to put our government system first. We have to have something here for us. We have to deep root ourselves, really deep root ourselves. Because we don't want the government to come out and pull the roots from underneath our feet. Where are we going to go? We'll be all lined up. It's like what's happening down over by
20
Mexico.
seconds.
Everybody trying to come across.
20 seconds.
All trying to camp someplace together, have nothing to eat. Our children will be starving. If we don't wake up, take control of who we are and what we are, we're in deep trouble. So I thank you all. Hope you guys had a good New Year. And thank you for this gathering. I mean, it really helps educate people, and the people that are out there. Glad to meet you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, our last candidate, Clayton Smollett.
So you have a minute to introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Clayton Smollett. My parents are Bernie and Andrew Smollett. Grandparents, Jim, Mary. Great grandparents, Philip and Hazel Smollett. I'm a father of 5 and 17 grandchildren. Married to my beautiful wife, Pam. We've been married now for 37 years. 56 years old. Education through in Pinch Creek and Fort Cloud.
10 seconds.
And later on, I ended up going to the University of Washington. Further my education.
Okay. Okay, so you can choose your own questions.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Are you an advocate for children in care? How and how? Sorry.
Yes, I was served in 2011-2014 term as chief and council. I sat in the Child and Family Services portfolio, and we went through our governance training. And I learned in that training that after I leave from there, will always be the role of that to watch over children. So, but even at that, that's kind of what I look at as our children are reasons. We have to utilize them and understand how to develop them as they grow. That's what my children have taught me. You got to make sure that you're there and you speak up, and you really speak up. It's a very important role as I come to really learn and understand. I said, I look at my grandchildren and that, and how can you not? How can you not? They're so beautiful in that. I don't feel good in that when I see them. Oh, it's just a totally different feeling. It changes just like that. So I am definitely an advocate for children.
Okay. Okay, so do you want to choose another?
Yes, and, I'd just like to say too that all the questions are really, but they're, like I said, it's 5 minutes is real.
Okay, second question. Okay, what is your opinion on chief and council members who have been in council more than 2 times, but have not shown improvement in their actions and in the way that they deal with the public?
I'm really glad you asked that question. We go back a little bit in our history. I remember there used to be a parish hall up by the Catholic Church there. At that time, I always used to remember it's open to membership. Chief and council is open, and I really believe that's a very strong statement, and that's a very strong thing to understand. It's how the chief conducts his quorum. Because it's a team that does that, and it's how he, like we're all different. Everybody's different. We all know that. And he may be shy, doesn't know how to present himself. Not doesn't know how to present himself, but like I said, the attitudes of like he's silent now. But it's the chief's role to keep all his council members working together. And there's also a thing called Robert's Rules of Order that we follow. And that you don't miss out on individuals that, don't ask questions. So you make sure you follow the process, Twice you go around the table. So I don't really look at that as because everybody contributes to the quorum, chief and council. There's no one individual that, to me, is higher or lower. It's all equal. And that's what the chief would do to make sure that they work together as a unit. And that they all take responsibility. So there's no one that's being looked at as, well, he's not going to the community, he's not doing his job in that. So it's an equal thing. Mm-hmm. And that's how the chief would be making sure that his children are, because he is the father in their circle. And he would be making sure that they all are equal, and that they're not, the membership are not seeing them as not on the same page, let's say. So that's how I see that, and the answer to that question.
Okay. Okay, do you want to choose another question? Thank you. Are you willing to hear out issues that the community members have during panels throughout the year?
Can you say that again?
Are you willing to hear out issues that the community members have during panels throughout the year?
Yes. There's that word, hearing. I tell my children, are you listening or are you hearing? When you're in your cell phone and I'm talking, and that's hearing. When you're listening, you're looking at everybody, and you're meeting their eyes, and you're listening to them, and they know you're listening. You see, there's a different feeling. You can listen to them. So, hearing, like I said, I wish I was that good to hear, that I hear everything and it all absorbs into my spirit. But I got carried away on that with that listening and hearing. But I'm always saying that, well, that's what I say. Everything to me is about common sense. I don't want to go off and, you know, but like I said, the other day, I've been to now 8 forums, and this morning it came to me. And of course, my wife is the one that, I guess you can say, she's my one that gives me a slap on my hand every once in a while, and that's when I started. I was sitting there, and through social media, first time I've been on social media, and I was sitting there, and I started trying to say what I want to say, and here just, and I couldn't get it. As well, it's being, this morning it came to me, I'm rehearsing, and that's not me. I speak from here and here. And I started rehearsing, and I started doing that, you know. I can't put what I want to say in that. So to me, like I said, all this, it's really simple. You know, we have everything first. You know, the issue is working together. It's already all here, everything. We are educated. We got our technicians. It's here. It's the thing is working together. But working together, that's our issue. We have a history that causes these issues. Colonialism. And then identifying those areas first. I tell my children, these, what would you call them? I say, it's like a dartboard. Everything, we're trying for the bullseye. And it's all there, but we're always out in these other areas, except for the bullseye. And that's really working together and knowing what your role is. It's all written here. And it's simply after you're done, and you're in leadership, when you're done, a simple thing, but a complex thing. Here, pass it on to the next thing. Simple. Pass this on. It's called, you're now connecting. They call it, you know, there are many technical names, networks. But really, I use circles. I use circles in all my areas, even in speech. They call them templates. But our way, circles, and when you see that, you got your family circle. Myself, my wife, my children. There's your circle. Starting at home, and you work it all the way out. Your circles, how they work out. Then they say clean up your backyard. Yes, we clean up our backyard. I go home, I clean up my yard. And they say, next backyard is your community backyard. Chief and council. Blackfoot Confederacy backyard. 6, 7, and 8 backyard.
10 seconds.
AFN backyard. And so on. It's a simple, easy, we have all the people. They're all there. Uniting is what's going to keep us, lead us into the future. And like I said, healing, like I said, start to help. Simple problem there, mom and dad.
You have 2 more questions?
Or the school.
You can choose another.
Sorry, like I said, this is, I don't want to bland on. I know my brother always told my dad, talking, too much talking, just do it. That's what it is. That's what it is. We all know. Talking, I listened to the Grand Chiefs in, with the 49
Got like the second
chiefs in,
question. Okay.
sorry about that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Have you done any advocacy work for women and children?
Yes, I have, absolutely. Well, I was in the 2011-14 term. They call it missing women, missing and murdered women, First Nations. I was fortunate enough to be in sit with Robin Campbell, the Minister of Indian Affairs, and he had the Aboriginal portfolio for Alberta, and they set up a national women's group here in Alberta that had 5 ladies, and we had one of our council members now sitting on that on that committee. And my mother, my wife, and my daughters. I, as their father, I know there's a difference with my daughters and my sons. I'm more protective of my daughters. Your sons, you feel, but with your daughters, you feel. I myself, I can feel it, but I'm more protective of them, and I'm always watching out for their well-being. I've been advocacy for women since my daughters was in school, and that going through that whole process, and that really he taught me how and what happens, and now how you watch them in community. And so I'm well aware of that, and to me, I'm not. My wife is who controls me. She's smarter than me. And I'm just, like I said, that's what I've come to learn, and that's what makes me so proud to be who I am, and it's through her, and that's I call that balance. I say it is you, me, and we, and our process, and to become strong as we is a process. When you know you're we, you now are one, and that's what I look at as for how with women, ladies, to advocate for them. I see them as equal. I absolutely see them as equal. And I see them to have all rights in pay, in salary, the same as the men. I see that. There shouldn't be a problem. There shouldn't be, but sadly there is. Sadly there is. There's that. We're aware of that. When they get abused and all that, that's something that I'm totally against, because I've never seen that in my family from my parents. But I'm aware of it. I'm aware of that kind of abuse.
Okay.
I didn't expect that.
We'll give you a minute.
Yeah.
I'll point the camera at Desiree. Yeah, no. Do you need anything? Everything's got these. We don't have tissue, we just have toilet paper.
That's my passionate side. Also remember, I also have an aggressive side. Don't think that these tears that I am weak. I know how to express myself. And I know that people think that tears are a weakness. No, they're not.
No, they're not.
Because I'm passionate in that area. Forgive me, everyone.
Are we ready to go on?
Yeah, please do, please do. I did not expect that. Did not expect that.
No, it's all good. All good.
I apologize. I just didn't expect that.
It's close to your heart.
Yes.
I'm literally just pointing
Ladies,
at
I
the
will
book.
stand up for you. 110%. That's what a leader is. Equality. Where were we at? Forgive me. Where we at?
We're at,
No, what the question was again?
what's that?
The question was it?
Oh,
That was advocacy. Yeah.
women and children, yeah. Trying to remember. Have you done any work for women and children? Yeah, yeah.
We,
1 minute.
we got the, negotiated, when I was on term, there was, in the Child Act, there's a role which is called band designate. And at the time, I was going through some, my grandson got apprehended. And, so when I was reading Child Act, I got so angry because I seen this band designate role. And I said, what? Why is this happening to our children? Why are they being apprehended? This road is right here. How come, And this was at the board level. And mind you, like I said, they said, well, there's no funding there. That job is just kind of a, I said, well, why do they have that there? They should take it right out of there. That's not right. Anyways, there was a 22-month process to where we negotiated, and our County Child and Family Services hit spirit that process and negotiated, and we got Stephen McDonald in that 22-month process called Piikani Child and Family Services Board to meet with him in Lethbridge at the Lodge, and we negotiated after 22 months. The Alberta government now give each at Treaty 7, each Child and Family Services Department
10 seconds.
$100,000, and that goes through the Child and Family Services account, and they just redistribute it out to the other Treaty 7 members.
Okay, time's up.
Thank you.
Okay, we have one more question.
The child's question kind of threw me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You wanna?
Our ball.
Okay. Okay, what kind of financial transparency can we expect if you are voted into council? Are you willing to release financial statements throughout the year to maintain transparency with the community on how funds are being used?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. There are mechanisms that are already in place that, that are, as I say, the action of them. Some of them to make them legal you need the 3 readings. And that's what we lack. Everything's so, we really understand. It's the simple things, just like if we have a financial code, we have a personnel policy. It's all there, and when you read it, it says what to do. If we really don't, the first thing you gotta do is go back to the beginning. And it's to legally get your 3 readings on your, and it's across the board also too. Your chief and council, roles and responsibilities, 99. 1999, and we're in 2019. So we got to amend that for the 3. And that's one of the first things I think chief and council in this 2019 term to do, is to amend the roles and responsibilities. And there's already things that have already been set up for the previous chief and council and the chief and council before. They already put together, it's already been done. But the problem with that is that on this one, I don't know how many readings we got on it. On this one here, 1. So that's all I have to do is read go through it. Now get to that 2 other readings, then now you got your 3 readings. Now you come there, you now go to your personnel policy. And now you connect the 2. So you now, as that role, as chief and council, you now amend your personnel policy to your chief and council roles and responsibilities. You create, you do not implement. That's the that is the your managers. So, and then also there too, your 3 readings. And then now expand. Like I said, there's that thing I talked about. You expand outwards. Now, all the rules that are in place that we follow. Transparency for membership. And that's what we always say. Membership are here. Membership are the powers. They are. As long as these documents are all followed. And legally followed. There's that bullseye again. Chief and council up to 2019 term, right there. You can do all this stuff and all that, but you got to do this first. I've heard cart before the horse, all this that. Right there. But now make it legal. That's your role, chief and council. That's that area. That's the modern day, they call education, but it's also just a tool. As Herman is talking about, we have our culture component here. The 2 should not combine each other. They have all their roles and responsibilities. Tootie said it well on how he mentioned that. Yes, you have your chief and council. And remember, when you say chief, that is a English word. Tootie, well versed in our language, how he talked, he knew the names of them. So that's kind of from our financial transparency. It's already, everything's already there. It's like I said, instead of next week council get in, that's called a cycle. You get in there and you start all over again. You hear the terminology, brand new wheel. Like for me, all this stuff is so complex.
1 minute.
So complex. It's that simple. Common sense. It's impossible, but it's possible. That's my way of thinking. And I do not want to harm anyone in how I use my words and how I express myself. I apologize. I just like to
10 seconds.
Thank TPS for their form they had, giving the chief and council candidates a chance to, I guess you could say, voice and express their opinion. Yeah, so I apologize once again. I don't want to harm or hurt any of our people. I've learned when I was on the previous chief and council, I went in there with a pride we as Piikani, or I should say, there I go to Patsi Piikani, isn't that right, Tweety? We are not Piikani. We are Apatsi Piikani. And so, like I said, in our, Herman, correct me if I'm wrong, we got to be precise, right? Yes, there we go. So I'd just like to mention that, and how would we say, the custom area? We got to be very correct. So, Apatsi Piikani, that's what I am. When I left from there, my pride was here. When I left from there, my pride was way up here. I've seen how strong our people are. I've seen how intelligent they are. And out there, they seen that too. They seen that too. What we need to do is unite. And nothing can stop us. Because they know out there of how intelligent and how strong of a people we are, and our history who makes us who we are. That's what the 2011-2014 term taught me. So that I do have a great pride, and to me it's a good pride. And that's what I know of my people. I know how intelligent every one of you are. And once we put that together, the government, you better be aware. We are now modernized, and we are now ready to take on everybody in Canada. And no disrespect to anybody in Canada, but that's how much I believe in all of us. Our future, our children, and we unite, and it would be our leadership and our custom area that to unite us. I already know. We are going to be. I see us. When we unite, we are going to have a beautiful future, and it will be for the little ones right here. And that's how much faith and belief I have in you guys.
Thank you very much.
You're gonna wrap it up?
Okay, so we have reached the end of our candidates. Thank you everybody for coming. I also want to thank Piikani Traditional Knowledge Services and Jaron and Ira for allowing us to rent this facility here. And thank you everyone who is watching as well. We will be uploading the film from this, the video from this forum onto YouTube, and hopefully we'll provide a link to it on Facebook and Instagram. And if anybody wants to, doesn't have Facebook or Instagram but wants to know the YouTube channel, you can come up here and write down your email, and I will email the link to you as well. Okay, thank you very much. Take as much water and snacks as you'd like, and coffee.